Yo, what's going on today, guys? It is Rick here with RR Sports, bringing you guys the top 5 hitters of the week in the MLB. If you guys haven't been here before, we basically take the last 7 days roughly, and we talk about who are the hottest hitters in baseball. It's pretty straightforward. So, you guys notice we're in the USA fit today. The girls got the first win in the World Cup today against Vietnam, 3-0. We take it. We're hoping for a little bit bigger victory, but that's for a different kind of video. But let's get into it, guys. Let's talk a little baseball. So coming in at number 5 today, guys. Actually, before we jump into number 5, this list is the most unique list we've had yet. There's all 5 of them haven't made a list yet, and they are not like stars typically. So we have some guys that are way overperforming this week, and we love that about baseball. It's so much fun because you can just see at this level in the MLB, anyone can get stupid hot. So let's just jump right into you guys. Number 5. This one's kind of surprising to some people, but I played baseball against him in high school. He's a friend of mine. Cody Bellinger coming in at number 5. Oh, I'm so happy to see Cody getting it back. I mean, I've played against Cody since we were like 9, and so to this day, like, we run into each other. We can still have some good conversations, but super fun. I mean, he's almost hitting 330 now. I mean, since he's come back from the IL, he's hitting like 450. Over the last 7 days, he is hitting 407 with a 1200 OPS, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. He actually hit another home run today, which goes, these stats are from the day before. They don't update until the next day, but he is on an absolute tear right now. I am so excited for him because a lot of people were writing him off. They were just kind of talking about that stoner kid in California, and I would think the Cubs would be so dumb not to re-sign him. I just can't think of a reason why they wouldn't, but everyone keeps talking about them selling and trading, and I'm like, why? I don't understand why the Cubs are selling. This is like a very winnable division. It's very confusing. I don't get what their plan is because they just have not signed any talent over the last few years, and they're like, going, they pay Dansby Swanson of all players. I don't know the Cubs' direction at all, but Cody Bellinger absolutely raking right now. I would love to see him in the Cubs uniform next year. I mean, I'd love to see him in a D-backs uniform, but honestly, we don't really have space for him unless we throw him at first base, but then we also don't really have space for him. So sign with the freaking Cubs. You're raking with them. I would love to see you keep finding success, my guy. Coming in at number 5, Cody Bellinger. Coming in at number 4, it's just so funny when these kind of guys show up on lists because he's done it before in his past. Like, he's had hot streaks, but like, this is a stupid hot streak. Wilmer Flores, one of the most average baseball players you could ever see in the MLB. Over the last 7 days, he's hitting 417, just under a 1500 OPS, 4 home runs, 7 RBIs, 7 runs. Oh, he's raking. Oh, man. I love these random ones that come in here because he's just, like I said before, about the most average baseball player you could have in the MLB. He's going to stick around for a while because he's not bad enough to leave the MLB, but he's good enough just to be there. And over the years, I feel like it's almost a little bit underwhelming how he doesn't get the credit he deserves because, let's be honest, he rakes lefties. He hits lefties really good. But that's probably why he stays around, because if it wasn't for that, I don't think there would be like an upside to him being like, yeah, he should probably stick around. So Wilmer Flores, not a lot to talk about here, but comes in at number 4. Love to see it. Coming in at number 3 today, guys, we have a Cleveland boy, Josh Naylor. Oh, Josh Naylor is on a stupid tear, and it's been going on for a couple months now, and the last 7 days, he's hitting 381 with a 435 on base percentage, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. He's taken my RBIs away from Jose Ramirez, kind of. Not really. He hits in front of him. So I completely just made that up. Made no sense at all. But he has a 1500 OPS and is absolutely just swinging the crap out of it. I mean, does he really get enough credit? Like, I feel like he has been so clutch for that organization, and obviously his brother's now up in the major leagues with him, and such an exciting time for Cleveland. But obviously this year has been a little underwhelming because they are expecting a little bit more of a jump this year. But getting this kind of production out of Josh Naylor is amazing. I personally didn't see it coming. I thought he was just going to be kind of like a 260, 270 guy with a little bit of power here and there. And he's honestly shown the second half of this, not the second half, like the second half of this season so far. Like, obviously, we just started the second half, but like the second half of the season that they've gone through so far, he's played really well. And he's had some really clutch home runs. I specifically remember being in California watching an Angels game, and he hit a late home run to take the lead. And I was like, dang, another clutch hit for Josh Naylor. So there he is, coming in at number 3. Josh Naylor, clutch as they come. And coming in at number 2 today, guys, I am so excited about this one because I love when underrated prospects just make it through for no reason. Like, I was talking about this guy. I'm just going to say his name now. Eduardo Julian, coming in at number 2. I was talking to Ryan about him. I said, I saw him in the World Baseball Classic. I was like, I really like his swing for Team Canada. And obviously in MLB The Show, people were playing with him early on because he had a really good card. And it was like, Ryan, how does this guy not have any hype? Like, I really like his swing. Like, I think there's a lot of potential with him. And he was like, yeah, he looks good, but like, he wasn't drafted high. Like, he's a little bit older right now. And I'm like, all right, that makes sense. This dude is on fire. He's hitting over 300 now. The last 7 days, 632, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, threw a stolen base in there, an OPS just under 1,700. Dude is flat out raking. It's about him and like one other guy in that Twins organization. Everyone else, ass. They have been so bad and underwhelming for how much talent there is, especially Byron Buxton. He did hit 2 home runs tonight, but that organization in general is a dumpster fire right now. But such a good pick right here for Eduardo Julian. Like, I saw him in the World Baseball Classic and I said, this guy seems legit. Like, not even kidding. Like, oh, I'm so happy to see that it's actually panning out because, you know, I thought about it in my head and I was like, yeah, it could work out. And he's looking like a piece. So I'm very excited to see where his career goes because I am like, the Twins are kind of like my third team-ish because I'm a Minnesota fan for football because my mom's from there. And so I root for him. So hopefully that this is going to be a piece that they can build around and in the future go good because he keeps it simple. It's not like he's going out here and hitting a bunch of power numbers, but he has it in the bat. So we'll see. I'm excited for it. Eduardo Julian comes in at number 2. One of the biggest surprises we've seen of the year. And coming in at number 1 today, guys, this actually might be the biggest surprise of the year if I'm being completely honest. And rumors are saying that he might actually be a part of a trade if a big name goes in to Houston. Chas McCormick is freaking raking. This guy has really only been like a 240, 250 hitter so far in his career in the MLB, but he's having a really solid year this year, hitting around 285, and over the last 7 days, 524, 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, 9 runs, OPS just under 1,700, threw a stolen base in there as well. Man, he is on an absolute tear right now, and to be honest, one of those ones that I never saw coming. I never thought, like, when you saw him come into the league, you're like, I mean, he seems like a decent outfielder, like, productive bat, but, like, not 285 with actually a little bit of pop. I mean, he's got a 900 OPS this year. Like, I never would have thought about that when I thought the name Chas McCormick. So, good for him for showing like a good baseball fan. Like, I'm not just gonna look at you and be like, throw you away, like you're trash. Like, I like to look at swings. I like to look at production numbers. I like to just watch baseball and see what I think of you. And in no world did I ever think Chas McCormick was gonna be that guy. I also would say that about Gerardo Perdomo this year for the D-backs. Like, I would have lost my entire bank account that anyone told me he'd ever hit over 250, and he's hit like 300 the entire year so far. So, I love it. This has been a fun list this week, guys. So many random names. Like Bellinger, great to see him come back off the MVP, like caliber guy. Like, his swing never changed. It's all confidence with him. Then you have Wilmer Flores, the longtime player in the MLB, just has been making it happen. Josh Naylor, the big bat that Cleveland needs. Eduardo Julian, the sleeper prospect. And then Chas McCormick, Mr. Nobody that's coming out to be somebody. So that's the video this week, guys. I appreciate you. You have a wonderful rest of your day. And hopefully when I talk to you guys next, we can say there's another USA W for the World Cup. Appreciate you. Have a good one. Peace.